Ladies and gents, welcome back to another Engineers podcast. Today I'm joined by Didier, who is Senior EM at an organisation called GitGuardian. GitGuardian have built an amazing business in their space, and the purpose and the mission behind the business is to ensure they're shipping secure code for their customers. So we've got a lot of really interesting things that we're going to be talking about. We are going to be exploring how AI has crept into their business, and they've built some really interesting product and use cases that we're going to explore. But really, the purpose as to why they introduced AI into the business as well. Thank you for coming to
Thank
join
you,
us.
Elliot. Thank you
Pleasure.
so much.
Before we get into GitGuardian and the business, intro Didier to the audience and some of your background.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, thank you again for your invitation for this great podcast about engineers. And to talk about a bit about my background, I used to be in two different roles in different company, lasting my 20 years of experience. I started, as many of us, as software engineer, so in PHP or Python, mainly Python, I would say, in the investment banking field. And then 10 years ago now, I made two switch. The first one is to move from banking to startup ecosystem. And the second one is the management. So I understood different management role like engineering manager, engineering director, VP engineering at at Akineo, where I drove on this last experience at Akineo a fast growth with more than 100 people in the tech department, multiple reorg, role creation, and different things like that. Today, so I'm senior engineering manager at GitGuardian. My role involves mainly platform with a focus on machine learning, data, security, and SRE. I have almost roughly 20 people in the team, and the platform team is really dedicated to spearheading GitGuardian internal expertise and cultivating really a dynamic ecosystem, internal ecosystem for innovation, for collaboration, and for sure for operation efficiency around all other departments at GitGuardian. So yeah, this is internal expertise, but in fact, not only because with data team today and also machine learning team, we are cultivating expertise into the product for the GitGuardian platform, so directly for the product at GitGuardian.
Nice. You're managing a number of different teams. You've joined a year ago. What was the purpose of your role coming into the business, and I guess the mission of your role to try and achieve?
I would say the main point for that is you need to have a business hat. In fact, all engineers are a business leader as a manager, because on my side, I'm managing the cloud expense. I'm managing also the different, not only cloud, but also the different platform we use or third-party application we use. So this is also a part of the business. And because we are product oriented, product focus, the main aspect is, we are working for what? For the business. That's why at some point, all is around the business, because it's a main point for all engineers.
You have to. Absolutely, you have to. So talk to us about GitGuardian. Big player in their space. They've got some incredible people at the helm of the business and hired some amazing people from some really, really well-known, amazing organizations. Talk to us about GitGuardian and what the business do.
Sure. So without any big surprise, GitGuardian is a cybersecurity company, and we are specialized into the secret detection, which is like a niche in cybersecurity, but still, this is, and we are leader in this niche, or leader in the secret detection. So, in fact, we help any organization to prevent secret leak like API key, password, token, and so on and so on. It can be into the source code, but it can be also into application like, I don't know, Notion, Confluence, Slack, everywhere where you can have or you can leak any password or you can type any password. So this is really our main mission at GitGuardian is to enhance, in fact, the security posture for company by providing solution by detecting password, but also give hint as a remediation. So it's cool to detect, but it's better than to detect and to remediate to a sensitive information like a password or a token who can leak into everywhere, let's say.
Nice. And to see the integration with some of those platforms, Slack, Notion, plus your source code, where your technology sits, I can see the appeal. I can see why the business has boomed if you build something great like you have.
Yeah. At our scale, so for sure we are scanning every day million of documents. One of our key figures in mind is that every day we are scanning around 15 million of different documents, which is impressive, really impressive. We also have a big trust for many developers. It's like around three or 400 100K developer around the world, which is also something huge. And in my data team, for instance, I'm managing and they manage 2 petabyte of raw data, our data warehouse, which is also impressive. To finally detect again secret, which is in our last edition of the Success Pro edition 2023, we were around 10 million of new secret detected at our platform, which
Wow.
is impressive.
Cybersecurity and AI, we're going to touch on AI in next couple of moments because I think you've done some really interesting stuff around that, which you're very kindly going to break down. But cybersecurity, AI, two really hot spaces right now.
Correct. Big hype.
So, sorry,
Big hype.
exactly, big hype. So there's momentum with the business, and I do want to lead to that. So, talk to us a little bit about AI and how it's crept into the business. And then we'll go into the next layer of why and what did that look like. So talk to us about what you've built.
So, so I said, yeah, AI is a big hype, and you can use AI into your internal things or for your product or both. Um, in fact, detecting a secret is a hard task. It's really hard because you don't really know if it's a correct secret. I would say is not a dummy password. It's not a password for testing purpose, let's say. So we started to implementing a secret detector for every service like that with regex base, so rule base, let's say. And we see and we saw AI has a better understanding into the code. Is better for that and also better with a large amount of data. So the two things we saw on that is that it will be and help us to ensure that we catch more secret and more secret with a large amount of data. So thanks to the machine learning, this is a natural solution to doing that. And we have many use cases for that. And thanks for my team from machine learning, where we benefit internally and for the product of the skill into this team. So to give you a bit of context, so I joined GitGuardian 8 months ago now, and the machine learning team has been just formed, in fact. So our mission was really to form the team and deliver with this team in the product and into our internal processes through AI, for sure. So we focused first in setting up different tools because we started from scratch, our data set, and conducting for sure experiment. So different experiment to we have an ID and we test if this ID is the right one or not. And then within few months, so pretty short time, I would say, we launched our first services to provide a confidence level for secret detection, meaning that we have a score about is a real secret or not. Because it's our industry, so I mean into the cybersecurity space, one of the things many competitor or many companies have is the noise, the number of alerts you could receive for CV, for secret, for any kind of thing like this. And when we launched into this first service, it was just a background service, a back office services. Nothing was showed to the end user. And we extended this service to a new one. So by iteration, I mean, and we reduced the number of false positive by 50%, which is just incredible. Yeah, 50. Helping the different team to prioritize better, helping the different team to avoid the situation of many no's, thanks to the machine learning team and what the team did.
So it has been a pretty short time
Yep.
since that team's been built, and
Yeah.
I'm even thinking pre that team being built. Share some valuable insights as to how an organization would go about looking at the technology that they have at this moment in time and finding out where AI can be valuable for them in their technology, as in, where does this have a product use case and what is just noise? Like, how do you separate those two?
This is a great question. We, surprisingly or not, we are not using an AI managed services like SageMaker with Amazon or Vertex with GCP. We serve our model with optimization using a tool like Bento-ML. I don't know if you know this tool. Bento-ML is to serving a model, or Onyx about optimization and quantification. And we deploy our model into Kubernetes, a Kubernetes cluster. So we train our model first on GPU based using Skypilot, and we version the data, the artifact with another tool, so DVC. So yeah, we used a different set of tools to build this pipeline of AI, of machine learning. And this is the tech stack, I would say, for we have today. And to improve our model, so we test different model, we test different things, but we also have another point with a manual task today to label, so labeling, to label our password to ensure that the model gain every day, every weeks, thanks to this labelization.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. And we spoke about just how much value actually the AI has had for your business, 15% uplift in some areas. So there is significant value that can be had. What is that timeline looking like from introducing AI to seeing results in your technology across your stack?
6 months.
Yeah.
In six
Wow.
months. Yeah.
It is. It's a pretty impressive journey, really, when you actually think about it. When you think about pre-building a machine learning team to actually understanding some of the use cases that you want to define, that you want to have machine learning for, to then seeing the 6 months of actually having that in production, it's a period of time.
It's really short and even more into the machine learning field because experiment, labeling, create the architecture take time for sure. And yeah, I'm a lucky manager because I have a team, a high skilled team for machine learning as data necessary as many people and old people into at GitGuardian. So yeah, it's also part of the short time of the success is to have the right team to deliver that, yeah, in 6 months.
Are your team aware of any risks at the moment when building AI into the product, of the challenges that this could provide you moving forwards?
Yeah, they are, and they were aware of that. They come from different other company and they have a long experience as well. So not 20 like me, but still 5 or 10 years of experience for some of them. So yeah, is also a game changer when you create a new team, when you need to deliver fast, to have directly senior people and senior lead to ensure the best delivery. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Um, let's double down on some of those benefits, because I know there's more benefits that AI has brought to the business. So, what else would you say that AI has brought benefits wise to the business generally, not just your teams?
Ah, we could have the detection of new type of secret. So could be that. It wasn't possible with a traditional method, so rule based. So thanks to the machine learning, we are able to detect new type of secret. We also have in mind to improve the contextualization, so for the remediation part, helping developer to understand better and to remediate issue faster. So this is another thing we could do with that. And by the way, because we have a page of incident for the secret we detect, we think that we will enhance the ability for our end user to prioritize alert better, to prioritize incident better, and potentially have also will thread for that. So we have that, and lastly, I would say that we should increase as well the detection accuracy for, again, particularly for complex secret. Is it testing? Is local? Is dummy? Again, is another benefit I see.
Yeah, okay. Uh, Cybersecurity and AI, they're at that really nice intersection where there's a lot of innovation happening in the space. I can imagine the complexities of the secrets or the incidents change with the evolution of technology. And I think AI is going to be pretty central to that moving forwards, with what you're doing and how you're training your models. to be able to detect this moving forwards. Um, Cyber and AI are at that really interesting intersection. So it's going to be fun to see how it plays out. Fun, probably not the right word, but
maybe it's just my point of view, but this is a revolution, like internet. It's clearly for me a new way of working, a new way to create product, a new way for engineering is moving everyone and really fast compared to what we did in the past. Yeah, this last 1-2 years, just crazy.
yeah, I can imagine. And you've been talking about the evolution of your team and how long AI's been in the business, and I can imagine GitGuardian and the level of data, the level of companies that you're working with, the scale has just exponentially grown since your innovation, since the industry's innovation as well. You've probably grown with that innovation, right?
Yeah, yeah, correct. And about this historical data we have since the beginning of the company, in fact, I call that a golden record. It's a pure golden record. We compared to our competitor, they don't have that. We are not using it extremely well for now, but yeah, for sure, is a golden record for the next week, month, and years for GitGuardian. Sure.
No, I can imagine. Talk to me a little bit about how your teams are structured then, because I really want to try and understand the responsibilities that lie within technical design, technical debt, and general structure, because you do cover a number of different, let's say, business units, if you like.
Yeah. Um, so maybe first of all, for the machine learning team, is they're all machine learning engineer. This is a role name. Then there are around 5 people in the team. Then you have what we call at GitGuardian a lead engineer who is in charge of leading the team and also producing some code. So 50% of the time managing, 50% of the time is like on IC. So this is the setup for the current setup for the team. Then I want to see my teams and not just the machine learning team, but every team as autonomous. So they have the autonomy to decide and to use the right architecture, technical design. What we use is a template like ADR or TDR. I don't know if you know that. So it's for architecture design review. I see two main benefits with that. Is first on historical point. So we know why we decided in the past about that and about this technical choice. And then for sure, it's like an RFC, so like a request for comment. We can share to everyone, sorry, and all people can comment on ADR to ensure that we are all aligned into yes, this is the right design for today we want to use. Let's move on with this. Then we also have a staff engineer. So this is a higher position technically for an IC, for a contributor individual. And a staff engineer is attached to a vertical. So platform is a vertical, another vertical is core, another vertical is secret, blah, blah, blah. And they oversees the overall system and technical design of their vertical, composed of different teams. And finally, we have a ratio between what we put for the tech debt, what we put for the new feature, and what we put for the support as well. because when you are in production, you have some support to do. And we have a ratio for these three pillar, like 50%, 30%, 20%, and so on and so on. So yeah. And finally, as every or lot of company, we are doing the process of code review. So pretty classic, I would say.
Yeah, I think that ratio is pretty interesting. I think to be a fast moving business, you've obviously got to focus on innovation, but you need to think about what's being left in your systems, right? And you've got to think about the support for your customers, especially, in a B2B space where you sit. It's critical, absolutely critical. It'd be good to understand a little bit more about where you're hiring across the business, as in skill sets, because a lot of people listen to this podcast. We're fortunate enough that we've built an ecosystem with thousands of people that listen to the podcast, enjoy the podcast, share with friends, colleagues. So this is an opportunity to talk a little bit about the growth of GitGuardian and the skill sets that you're looking to bring into the business and why.
Sure. So the good news, we are hiring, and we are hiring around different role. I would say mainly for staff engineer or software engineer. So yeah, for sure we look at great candidates and great talent to join us. What we look for a candidate is first, I would say, a desire or envy to cybersecurity and every aspect of the cybersecurity. And we like also have people with attention to detail, which is a point for the curiosity. So strong problem solving, a collaborative spirit as well is pretty good things, and also good communication skills. And finally, I would say that people with this ability to work in a fast-paced environment, because things when you are scale up is moving really fast. Something can be good today and wrong tomorrow. So yeah, you need as well to know that in this dynamic work environment, you have some challenge around project, and not only challenge but also opportunity because it's coming with, and to ensure a great impact in the
And
company.
help me understand tech stack, and if you're particularly fixed on that tech stack, as in people coming into the business with a Go skill set or a Python skill set, or if you've got an agnostic approach and you're happy for people to cross train.
We are looking first, yes, because our main stack is in Python using Django framework. So for people who already have these skills, is pretty more easily to onboard in the company, to onboard into code base. But yeah, we are not fully agnostic, but we look first into the behavior of the candidate, who you are, than all checkbox like Python, Django, React, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I love asking this question on a podcast. I think it's important in the ever-changing landscape of technology. People do have different answers too. But what do you think are the top three questions, not questions, top three characteristics, attributes that software engineers need to thrive in today's ever-changing industry?
Mm. this kind of question, I often say that you only have one trait for software engineer: curiosity. If you have this curiosity, you are able to continuously learning, continuously improve your skills. So yeah, I would say that the most best trait is really curiosity.
You've said one, you said three at the same time. I like it. Curiosity is probably the most common that I hear, and the two sub ones that fall under what you referenced as curiosity, continuously learning, continuously developing. I think naturally they are skills in themselves too. You have to continually hone your skills. Like you say, things change quick and you've got to adapt. What's good today might not be good tomorrow. That's going to be a wrap, Didier. I've loved chatting. I've loved learning more about GitGuardian, some of the stuff that you're building. People listening will be using the product. So it's good to understand what actually goes into the product. A big thanks for coming to join us.
Thank you
For
again.
people listening, pleasure. For people listening, likes, shares, subscribes, show friends, colleagues, ensure that you're continuing to support the ecosystem is important to the growth of the podcast. Again, a big thank you and best of luck to you guys at GitGuardian.
Thank you so much.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this episode. Massively appreciate you listening and checking in with us. If you want to find out more about us and what we're doing, please check us out on social media. What we're trying to do at Enginears is build a community to drive knowledge sharing and experiences. On Twitter, we can be found Enginears.io. It's no underscore. We've also got a website which is engineers.io. These links will all be posted in the description. Any feedback and comments are massively appreciated. We're always looking to improve on where we can. Thanks, guys.